Yeah. Oh, good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. To you, to you, to you, to you, to you. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah. Come on. Good morning, everybody. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. And so it is. Come on. Grand rising. Grand rising. Yeah. Get it out, Titus. Grand rising. I am so divine. 222. Grand rising. Yeah. Grand rising. Grand rising. Do. Grand rising. Grand rising. Yeah. To you. To you. To you. To you. To you. Grand rising. Good day, good day, good day. You and I, how are you? One more round, and we're gonna pray again to the sound bath. Yeah, grand rising, grand rising. Everybody, everybody, everywhere, grand rising. On this Sunday morning, grand rising, grand rising. Everybody, everywhere, grand rising, grand rising. Yeah, to you, to you, to you, to you, to you. Grand rising to you, you. Good rising, everybody. Welcome to our Sunday sound bath. We are starting this morning with love and light wherever you are. Sending you love and light all over the world with full gratitude. I'm glad you're here. Do me a favor, tap the screen, share this live for those that might need this energy this morning. And we're gonna pray in this place. We gonna move. We're gonna rock it. We're gonna rock it. And we breathe. Abba, Father, Mother God, by all the names you are known and called, God, I thank you. Thank you for this opportunity to serve. Thank you for this opportunity to be. Thank you for this opportunity to just be here now and be present in this moment. Remove anything that would hinder an easy and effortless flow of your divine power working through us. And we let it be so, and so it is. Ashe, amen. Welcome, everybody. Come on in the room. Thank you for tapping and sharing this live wherever you are. If you're new here for the first time, please let me know where you are tuning in from. What did you hear? Elevated investment? What did you hear? I'm wondering what you heard. Pray. Oh, pray. Okay. This is me tripping because I thought you heard that, and for a transfer, I thought you thought I pooted or something. You see how our mind works. Listen, perception is everything. So welcome everybody to our morning sound bath. This is a place where you can get focused, set your intention, and experience love. So come on in the room, everybody. Thank you for the light. Greetings and love on today. Come on, thank y'all for the light, family. It is is our Sunday sound bath. This is a place where you can get focused, set your intention, tap into the divine. Come on, grand rising, everybody. It's good to see y'all. It's good to see y'all. It's good to be amongst the believers and the mystics, if I can say it like that this morning. It's good to be around like-minded individuals. Um, it's good to be around an energy that you are loved and cared for. And so we are here. So yeah. So, if you're a church kid like me, they will sing that glad to be in the service. I gotta be singing these songs like on repeat. Hopefully y'all okay with that. You know, it's almost like that song, glad to be in the service. Thank God for the Shears family. Glad to be in the service one more time. Listen, now that I know I'm divine, come on. Come on. Because the words used to say he didn't have to let me live. Well, although it's true, I feel like it brings the energy this morning of, well, why wouldn't he let you live? Why wouldn't God breathe the breath in your body? I think that's something that I'm thinking about as I sometimes reword these songs because they still have a certain meaning. Listen, now that I know I'm divine, now that I know I'm divine, I'm glad to be in the service one more time. Listen, that feels better to me. How about you? I'm glad to be in the service. Glad to be in the service. Glad to be in the service one more time. Now that I know I'm divine. Now that I know I'm divine. I'm glad to be in the service one more time. 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 I'm glad to be in the service one more time. So welcome everybody. Let me know how was your weekend. How's your weekend been? Sending you love and light wherever you are. But how was your weekend? Did you get the things accomplished that you wanted to? Let me know how was your weekend, fam. And if you're new here for the first time, our sound baths can be unorthodox. So sometimes we're singing, sometimes we're talking, sometimes we're chilling. So it just really depends on the flow of these lives. So let me know how you guys are. How was your weekend? Oh, relaxing. I love that. Come on. Relaxing, chilling. You ready for a big week? Come on. Well, I'm speaking blessings. I'm speaking abundant and amazing progress for you this week. And I'm speaking and asking the angels to support you to make this week effortless for you. Come through. Effortless. Like we got this. And that there will be no worry and angst about anything that you have to put your hands or attention towards. And so it is. Come on. I'm glad it has been smooth for you, love healing energies. My pleasure. My pleasure. Come on. It's going to be an easy week. It's going to be an easy week. Effortless as we close out 2025. God, we have only 16 more days in another calendar year. It's like time just be like gone. Listen, I think it's a reminder to us all that things can't stay the same and things can change quickly. I was listening to my my recordings the other day on songs I need to release. Grand Rising Charlene. And one of the songs I remember singing live was this song, Things Will Get Better Real Soon. Things will get better real soon. 'Cause things can't stay the same. Things can't stay the same. Things can't stay the same. Things will change. Things will change. And they will, family. Good, bad, or indifferent. We go through seasons and we have to understand. We have to understand when the season is changing. I can I do Tevin Campbell? Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. There you go. Listen, can we talk about these seasons changing in your life? Know that things will change and it's always for your advancement. Thank you for the rose, Ken. I appreciate it. It's always for your advancement. It's always for your evolution of self. As comfortable, as uncomfortable as it might be to change. Hey, don't wait up. Things must change in order for you to evolve and step into your purpose. Can we talk about it for a minute? You need one of those bowls. You can get it from Amazon, the metaphysical store. Listen, thank you for the permission slip. Listen, I want to talk about it for a moment because I'm gonna be transparent. I'm gonna be transparent if that's okay. But let's welcome our first time guests. If this is your first time here, or if you are returning and you've never said hi to your boy Titus Glenn, put it in the chat where you from so we can greet you in love. So we can greet you in love. So we can greet you and let you know that you are loved here in our TikTok spiritual community and all of our social media community out there. Florida, I see you in the house. Jersey, returning to Nisha. Ohio, no wait. Hey, come on. Come on. I love y'all to life. I love y'all to life. Wherever you are watching, please let me know where you're tuning in from. You don't have to be ashamed. So we're going to sing our welcome song to you as we welcome you into this space, Kansas, this space of love. So here we go. It goes like this, because you might need to hear it this morning. Here we go. It goes like this. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Hey. And just in case you really need to know, need to know. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Just in case you really need to know. Oh, I love you back, ayy. I love you, I love you, I love you back, ayy. I love you, I love you, I love you back, ayy. I love you, I love you, I love you back. Come on, one more time. Here we go. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. In a while, and just in case you really need to know, need to know. Just in case you haven't heard it in a while. Just in case you really need to know. Oh, I love you back, ayy. I love you, I love you, I love you back, ayy. I love you, I love you, I love you back, ayy. I love you, I love you, I love you back. Come on. I love it. Come on, sing it all over the world. Do you hear me? Oh my goodness! I sing it all over the world. Put it in your. We're gonna release it in 2025. You hear me? We're releasing it in 2025. So much music we're releasing to affirm, to assist, support, to be to create opportunities for you to tap into what you're feeling about yourself, what you're feeling about the world, so you can really navigate your emotions in a way that is healthy, in a way that is empowering, in a way that is honest. Come on. Come on. I am finding myself in this place of Not running from your emotions, but being honest. You know what? I don't personally know, Don't Wait Up. I think you've asked me this question before. So I would ask you to really sit with it. And if you keep on seeing this, then ask God, what is this about? And what is it about for you? Okay? I think we've had this conversation before. So welcome everybody to this sound bath with Titus Glenn Official. Thank you for the like. Thank you for the like, for the love, for the share. We are at 5,000 likes on TikTok, and thank you for everybody else that is sharing. Again, don't wait up. I don't necessarily know. I would invite you to sit with how it resonates for you. If it's something that you're not feeling right about, then maybe ask, God, source, creator, protect me from what I'm seeing and give me understanding as to what I'm seeing. What's up, Jackie M. Pierre? So many things I wanna share, and thank y'all for hopping into this space with me, for allowing me opportunity to use my giftings and call to just be Titus Glenn. Hey, for so long, I was a character without a voice. I was a character on somebody's show, probably my show, that wasn't even paying attention to. But now that I know, I am the writer of my own life. Come on, anybody else understand that now that you are the writer of your own life? And whatever you need to say, you can say it in a different way. Hey EJ, how are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. So we are here, family. Greetings to everybody that's coming in the room. I bid you nothing but love. Listen, producer and director energy. And I just created a situation that's making me really do some healing work. Can we share? Can we talk about it? Because I think it would be beneficial, especially to the minstrels, the praise and worship leaders, the pastors. I want to really share my story and really shed light on how to really use everything as a mirror. You hear me? Can we talk about it? Can we talk about it? I got a confirmation it's okay to talk. So thank you for the mic. Thank you for sharing. So this is for the pastors. This is for the praise and worship leaders. This is for the musician. This is for that the church admin that put all your blood, sweat, and tears into ministry, and now you're like, what is life about now? You know, this is for those individuals that have walked away, if not walked away, let's not say walk away, that have transitioned from being amongst an organization or entities or things that you gave your life to, only to realize that that life was not given back to you. Oh my. listen listen, as we talk about seasons changing, you hear me? As we talk about seasons changing, because there's so many praise and worship leaders, so many minstrels, so many pastors that have been burnt out, that have been taken advantage of. And I want to share what I created by way of, life happening, to realize that nobody's at fault. You hear me? Nobody's at fault. And this is how you get to your healing. Nobody's at fault. Okay, so recently, in the last 2 years, I've been serving at a ministry. Oh, come on, watch it from your new house. I was serving at a ministry, and I I have been in this space of serving all my life. I've been worship leading all of my life. You hear me? Yeah, I come Sunday 7:30, serving all my life, and I'm gonna see if I can make this short. Been worship leading for I'm 42, so 20 years in church worship leading. Put on the praise team at 13, so it's probably more than 20 years, but we're just gonna say 20 years, okay? And so in my transition from church to church, one thing that I noticed and began to notice is that as a worship leader, as a singer, oftentimes I found that more energy was put on the musician than the singer. Stay with me. More energy was put on the person playing the keys versus the person that actually has skill set to organize or facilitate. And so most people often crown the minister of music as the person who played the keys. When truth be told, sometimes in those sectors, the minister of music was the one that knew how to hold everything together. Okay? And so in this journey of my evolution of self and being a minister of music and a singer, and I have found that oftentimes me as a singer and a songwriter, and my focus has never been keys, it's been singing, leading worship. And oftentimes in my tenure in church, my giftings was not valued. Why do I say it wasn't valued? In what I've explored as a worship leader, the ministry, one of the ministries that I served over for 10 years, serving at church for 10 years, grew that ministry, the music ministry, grew the music ministry from zero with me singing a cappella to we had about 10 praise and worship leaders at a time. And so in this space, I went from serving and then finally transitioning and not asking for a dime, really going off of what the pastor said that he could pay me. Never asked for anything. When I felt the need to shift, I gave notice. I was like, okay, it's time to shift. The minute that I decided to shift, I felt different. And only to find out that there are some things being said about me behind my back. All to the point to where the pastor eventually told me to my face that I was in it for the money. I said, me in it for the money? Me in it for the money when I've never asked you to pay me? I've only went according to what you told me to pay me. And then after I decided to make a transition because I've been here for 10 years. I've been here for 10 years. Now that I'm making a transition, you're telling me that I'm here for the money. Okay. And so I left that ministry. And I went to another ministry where I'm serving. I'm like, my heart is to serve. I'm here. And I'm teaching. The music ministry is in shambles because they've been hurt. And so here I am, putting the ministry back together. We are in this space to where choir members are coming to rehearsal, y'all. They coming to rehearsal. They singing. They wanted to show up. What is happening, Cole? Happy healing to you. They wanted to be in rehearsal just to be in rehearsal. Took me back to my school days. So here we are. And so I'm working at this ministry, but my home church is somewhere else. Long story short, this particular ministry, they brought a musician in who's helping, right? Because I don't necessarily play, I'm teaching, but all this is music ministry is doing well. They got wind of something that they saw me doing, and whatever, without having a conversation with me. And it was nothing. It was me being. It was about me being Hebrew or practicing a messianic way, right? Yeah, absolutely. And so I'm seeing things differently. I am working in this particular church, but my home church is somewhere else. And so they got wind of me saying something like, "This is not a cult, but this is cultivating." Right. So I use that tagline because we're getting ready to bring in the rabbi, and so I'm just kind of talking to the people on my live. Hey, Queen Ving. I'm talking to people on my live at this moment, and I said, "This is not a cult, but this is cultivating." And I'm just sharing because we're preparing for maybe like Caesar cult, something like that. And then I get a call from the pastor said basically, "We're gonna decide to let you go." And I'm like, "What?" Like, I'm thinking, like, what did I do? Like, they didn't have a meeting without me to let them know that they're gonna let me go. And I'm like, what just happened? So that hurt me to my core. Morning. You Sunday church, oh, that's what's up. So that hurt me to my core. Because I'm like, here I am serving another ministry only to be, no, don't say, don't, only to be, okay, yeah, you can listen. Only to be in a space where now I feel hurt because I'm trying to understand like what's happening. Only to find out that one of the minstrels or the guy that was playing wanted I think he wanted his wife to have my position. Okay, stay with me. I'm not playing victim here. This is building up to something. Promise you. Promise you. We're gonna tear this apart. Because everything is a mirror. I'm telling you, everything can be a mirror if you allow it. Okay? So I moved from that ministry to another ministry. And here I am worship leading in. Playing sometimes because at this point I'm like, well, let me start playing. And maybe I need to start putting energy in playing because I could play a little. I just wasn't comfortable. So I started playing. And then the pastor invited somebody else to start playing. They just paid me to just do worship leading. Okay. So I bet. So here we are. Faithful every Sunday. Things picking up. Even during COVID. During COVID, faithful. Sometimes it's just me on the keys. Sometimes it's me on the keys and just singing and playing, right? So here we are after COVID. Ministry is going back up. People are coming in, getting more singers. At this point, I'm setting boundaries because they wanted to start a second service. And I'm like, if you're going to start a second service, then I'm going to ask for this. Because in my tenure in serving, when it comes to the African American church, if you don't ask for what you want, they won't give it to you. They won't give it to you. Right? So here I am asking for a raise because you wanted me to do 2 services, but do it for free. And at this point, we've created boundaries. And I admit, we're going to go somewhere, okay? So I'm just kind of giving y'all this tenure of these lessons that I've learned in church and churchdom as a worship leader for doing over 20 years. And so here I am serving, and I say, you know what? I will do 2 months for free, right? Because his conversation with me is that we just growing it, and then okay. I said I give you 2 months. I give you 2 months. I did 2 months with no increase in pay, and come to 2 months, I said, okay, it's 2 months. What are we gonna do? And so I stopped going to the second service. I stopped going to the first service because our conversation. I told you what I could do. Okay, leading up to Easter of this is 2024, Easter of 2021, 2022, something like that. Worship leading on Easter Sunday morning. Worship is off the charts. The presence of the Lord is there. I'm thinking everything is all good. I get a text right after church saying I need to meet with you tomorrow. I was like, okay, bet. So I go to the meeting. I go to the meeting on that Monday after service. And he tells me, well, we decided to make the decision to let you go. We don't think you're a good fit. So here I am, like, okay, what is happening? What is happening? Because here I am again in a position to, as a worship leader, as a minstrel, as somebody who is, I could have said that, but here I am in the space of trying to work for the church, trying to be of service, and I feel like it's so many people that have experienced this hurt from church, or hurt with people that don't know how to do business in church. That's what it is. And so here I am. I go from that to move to this other church, this small church, because I like being in service. Only to be irritated because it's this Queen. It happened to you. Listen, if it's in the chair, it's in the room. I went to another church after that experience, to this small church, and it wasn't it was small. It was that they were set in their ways. And when I say this church was just as dry as somebody who is experiencing fungus on their feet. Where is the aloe vera in this church? And no heat, no judgment. You are where you are. But when I say the energy in this old sanctified church was what is happening. And when the Holy Ghost showed up, when I say they had a Baptist fit because they were not used to an energy of that spirit coming in. Okay? And so here we are through another experience. And I decided to, where is the cocoa butter? Absolutely. So here I am in this Pentecostal boy in this Baptist church, Grand Rising Door. And here I am, and these people, they love me there. But the deacons, they want to lessen my pay, not understanding that I'm the admin that's actually holding this together. Like, nobody can teach parts. So if you can't teach parts, how do you effectively lead a choir? Thank you for the heart puffs. Like Seeker, thank you. And I'm talking to my church kids in the room. Because you can have a minister, you can have somebody play keys that's not good at administration, that don't know how to teach parts, right? And a lot of people that are not musical don't have that awareness. And so a lot of times they will downplay the key parts that's needed to even hold up a music ministry. Okay? Stay with me. We're going somewhere. I promise you. You getting ready for church? Listen, you was absolutely, absolutely. And I say that because I'm gifted. I don't say this with arrogance. I say I know what I'm gifted to do and called to do. All right. And so here we are. And I decided, I said, God, I need somewhere else to go. And so I had a friend that called me. Listen, I had a friend that called me and said, hey, can you go help me out? And so I transitioned to go help him. I said, okay. And so I went to go help him. And 2 years in, I'm asking, hey, Papa Rod, I'm asking for a raise. It's been 2 years. And it got back to me that they weren't in a position to give me a raise. And I'm talking about a big church that probably building is already paid for. And for me to have been committed for 2 years, and for you to not, it could have been a 10, it could have been a 25, it could be something. Put me back in this energy of not feeling worthy, not feeling like my gifting is enough, not feeling like I am enough. And recently I made the decision. This is how numerology works, and I'm going somewhere. I'm connecting this because this is my year 9, my personal year number 9, and I made the decision to really release the things that don't serve me. And this particular church, although I love serving here, I realized it was not in alignment because, again, their teaching was not in alignment with this inner mystic being awakened in me. And I was trying to stay, we're going somewhere with it. We finna clean this up. I feel like this particular church was not in alignment with me because here I am in astrology. They're preaching against astrology. I was doing praise and worship one time, and I said, "Come on, just dip, just trying to get the people to move." The pastor came and said that he thought I was being fleshy and secular, and I'm like, I'm just trying to get the people to move because they looking at me like they wanna unalive me. Where are the praise and worship leaders that know what it's like to be looked at, and you ain't got no participation? The people are just there because they just wanted to show up, but they looking at you like, okay, I'm here. And so here I am with the tenure in my bag, going through my toolkit, trying to say, God, how do we get these people on one accord? How do we get these people on one accord? Because I understand as a minister of music, at its best, thank you, Love Healing Energies. I understand as a minister of music, when the people are on one accord, it lifts and shifts the atmosphere, right? Which is why breath work and all moving around is so important. So important. Hey, hello, L in my hand. And so I made the decision, and I told my friend that brought me in. I said, "Hey, I want to release this in December." And he was like, "Okay, cool." And I said, I'll just do my last 2 Sundays in December. Thank you for the rose. And he was like, "Cool." And he put in conversation with me that he will make sure that they would pay me till the end of December. Hey, Lady Diane Robinson, make sure that they would pay me till the end of December. And so I just going about my way because I'm trying to release this in love. I'm trying to, put it out there, get people notice, trying to get people notice on how I'm moving so that to me it's just honoring. You hear what I'm saying? I think it's just honoring to give people a heads up, to let people have time to transition, make their way, stuff like that. And so I tell my friend like, okay, well, we'll make sure that. Oh, it's all good. And so here I tell my friend, and long story short, I'm talking to my friend about doing the days for December, and he was like, okay, things are closed down, and I'm like, okay, well, these are the days I can do. He said, okay, talk to Deacon. And I'm like, thinking in my head, like, why am I talking to Deacon? But okay. And so I finally talked to the Deacon, and the Deacon's like, well, the clothes shut down, and basically, you don't have to return, and don't worry about December. And if I could say, truly, it triggered me. It triggered me because it started to remind me of all these other places that I've been in church, where it feels like they throw you away. And although I knew it was not in alignment, it was bringing up this energy of not being enough. And I said all that to say because in this mirror image of what I'm discovering about myself is that nobody can make you feel what you're not telling yourself. Absolutely, Rand. Absolutely. And so I began to do the work because I know that what I'm doing in this space, I'm called to. But now, as a influencer in these different ways now, I'm understanding there's still work I have to do about knowing that I am enough, that you are enough. And if you're feeling like somebody is taking advantage of you. I think the real question begins to be, what are you committed to that you really don't even want to do? Or people pleasing? And so in this experience, I have learned that through my upbringing as a worship leader in church, is that a lot of things that I'm working through and healing now is this false sense of humility. Because I feel like this false sense of humility breeds and creates unworthiness. Instead of asking for what I want, I had in the past done myself down versus just asking and standing in what I'm worth. Absolutely. You're not always going to be accepted by others. Absolutely. So I said all that to say, for those that are coming in the room, I know we had 175 people in the room for like 10 minutes. I want to welcome everybody. My name is Titus Glenn, singer, songwriter, sound healer, and spiritual life coach. But I said all that to say that you're worthy, not based upon people's opinion of you, but based upon what you are telling yourself. And so the conversation now has to be, and boundary has to be, making sure that anything you say yes to is in alignment with how you feel about yourself. So many lessons. Anything you are saying yes to, is it really in alignment with how you feel about yourself? Or are you just going along to get along? So welcome everybody. Just because, yes, love healing energy, I am worthy just because of my presence. And I don't have to do anything else. It's just about showing up. It's just about showing up. So welcome again, everybody. I want you guys to know that you are worthy. And if somebody's quote unquote making you feel some type of way, I want to go back to our ACIM. I can be what ACIM 281. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. Oh, it was for you ancestors, baby. Come on. I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. Because there's also an understanding the church had to do what they had to do. But that should not diminish who you are. And it's possible that it really wasn't in alignment, which is why it transitioned the way that it needs to transition. And it also showed me that people that say they got you, they don't got you until they've proven that they got you. You hear me? People don't got you until they've proven they got you. And this doesn't mean that you give permission for people to show you who they are. Because the conversation now then was had with a friend is like, bro, you didn't have me. Because if you had me, you wouldn't have let me walk into that meeting without having an awareness as to what was going on. You wouldn't have had me have this conversation after you told me how this will go down. And instead of talking to me and giving me a heads up, you allowed me to go into this meeting in a way that I feel was betrayal-like. And this is not me making anybody wrong, but being aware of who you're dealing with, and then making a decision as do you really want to rock with the people that are showing you who they are. And in rocking with them, making sense, family? Because you don't have to hold any grudges toward anybody. You can speak life over them and at the same time choose to move differently. You can move differently for your own health, for your own mental health. You want to do what, Mario? You want to do what? Yes. Yes. You know what I did this morning? I allowed myself to cry. Honestly. Because the lesson is not for them, it's for me. Feel it and let it move through you. Because this is not you're not ignoring what you feel. And then you find a safe place to share. Or write it in your journal. You can do it, Mario. You can do it. And what I did this morning, I allowed myself to cry. Because last night I was like, I'm not gonna cry about this. And so this morning I allowed myself, while I was meditating, just to shed tears because it was bringing up so many memories of church hurt. And it's okay to grieve the things that you love. So you move on knowing that there was a lesson in it. My lesson in this was find your tribe, find your community. Recognize that what you brought to the table was enough. Recognize that next time somebody invites you somewhere, don't settle. Recognize that when it's not in alignment and it don't feel right, to release it. It's okay. Finding the blessing in every lesson. And you know what I felt though? When I had the call with the deacon, I felt relief. I felt relief because I don't have to pretend. I don't have to go to a place that I can't be myself, or I can't talk about astrology, or I can't really share because I would never do anything in a church that I don't belong to. I would never give them information that was out of alignment with what that pastor is preaching. Listen, that alignment relief is good. So for me, if I'm serving, I know my assignments there is to empower the people and select music for where the people are. This is growth. But I also know that there's certain things that I can't say so as to not to harm the people that are there on the level that the pastor is teaching. You hear me, family? And that takes maturity. So I said all that to say, know your worth. Allow yourself to release. Because if you don't release, that trauma or that